Hi, Gabo.
Guess we are still expecting Chen. Good
Hello,
morning,
everyone.
Redok.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was muted.
Just wait for 2 more minutes. Hi, Chen.
I think all
Um,
people are joining.
yes, guess we have a full quorum here. Um, could we have a status update? I will start for myself. Um,
Oh,
last
okay.
last week last week I was trying to because Inxin's PR to encapsulate the connection state with protocol has been around for a long time, and Casey has a concern regarding to his use of Seastar gate. So I suggest him to split his PR into smaller pieces so we can get it merged sooner. So I was working with him to merge at least partial of his PR, and was also contacting the Nuantic to understand their design of async RocksDB, but they were asking me regarding to the design of a user space scheduler. So the upside of say it again.
You said you designed a scheduler, user space scheduler for what? RocksDB?
Yes, because as I mentioned last time, I attended a meetup with Neha to have a meetup with have a RocksDB meetup at Facebook.
Okay.
The Nuantic guys that represent their work on async RocksDB, and I was chasing them to understand better regarding to their design. But the Nuantic is not an open source, not working on an open source project, so it's not they are not obliged to publish their work. But I would like to understand more about their work. So I try to contact them offline in hope to get more from them. But the upside is that they are responding, but the downside they're not sharing anything interesting to me so far. Let's see. And aside from that, I have nothing else to share with you guys. And I think
So
that my next step
does
is
that,
to go on.
sorry. So does that RocksDB will help our BlueStars RocksDB?
Yes, they claim that their change has is non-intrusive, and I guess what the RocksDB code is not changed with their design. So ideally, their work could work along with RocksDB, but I have no details so far.
Okay, so they use the Seastar framework or just the C++?
No. I believe they are using some homebrew framework, something like the Follis fiber implementation.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
This is Neha. Kifu, I have a question. So what exactly was the question you had for them? Because as far as I can remember, they mentioned that they are using a particular version of RocksDB and they're forked out of that and they're building something on top of it. So
by fork you mean?
By fork I mean that they are just like they're using a particular version of RocksDB and not pulling the latest changes out of it, and they're building on top of it. So they have their own thin layer that they want to build on top of RocksDB. They are not contributing back upstream to RocksDB. So it's
also my understanding. But
yes.
But the what is attracting to me is that their change is not intrusive. So ideally, we can at least use their idea to re-implement our blue env to work with RocksDB.
Okay. Yeah. So can you just forward me the questions that you had? Maybe I can also try to get some information.
Sure, I will follow my question. Actually, my strategy is to send some wrong design or some design which is no work, and to get some positive response from them. But they are asking
that is
regarding to my design. Anyway,
I understand it. Understand, because they are not open source, so what we understand might not be what actually they are doing. So we need to be sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
To
you.
Yeah.
What do you mean by not intrusive? Does it mean that
by not intrusive? I mean that. From my understanding, they are not changing the code of RocksDB, so it's so we don't need to maintain the heavily changed RocksDB code base if we adopt their design. That's the beauty of. That's what attracted me.
So you mean they just use the RocksDB, not change the RocksDB code?
Just like how we are using RocksDB, but they are
Okay.
implementing a fiber
application
implementation. Say it again.
Fabric. What do you mean Fabric?
Fiber or coroutine.
Fiber.
Fiber, yeah. I'm typing it in the chat.
Okay.
Fiber
Oh,
basically
they just use RocksDB, and they have its own application to use RocksDB.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's basically
Fiber coroutine. Okay, I see.
So their performance is like 2 or 3 times than the vanilla RocksDB implementation. So I think that's what we are after. Okay, that's all I have. How about you, Chunmei?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, before I update my zero, I have questions for you. For the thread pool, right? If we pin the thread on the core, does the Seastar start the engine on that core or not? Still start the engine on that core or not?
By thread pool, you mean the POSIX thread pool, right?
Yes, traditional thread pool. For your code that you pin on some cores. Pin the.
I knew. In that case, I don't think the Seastar should be using that any core that the POSIX thread will be touching.
Running. Okay, you mean any core that POSIX thread is already running on it, Seastar will not use it, right?
Ideally, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Thank you. So I have used the thread pool to write the test case to that from the Seastar thread to call the thread pool. No, how to say it? Just use that your submit interface to run the memory store code in that POSIX thread, and for your submit interface, it will return some value. It can return some value, so I can run the store queue transaction or store read. Use that method. Just use that submit interface. I just call the submit, and then in the submit functions to run the store queue transaction and store read. And because queue transaction store under such API like queue transaction and read, they will return some value. So that submit will return that value to the Seastar. Do you understand me?
By value, you mean some primitive value or like integer,
for example,
code
int or buffer list or something like that. The test case can run on that case, and currently I just want to start the configure process in the Seastar thread and that traditional thread to register the observer for the configuration. I just try that one, not work now.
Great. So does the memory store listen to any configuration changes at this moment, or you need to fix
I didn't
something?
implement now. I just trying to do that.
Okay.
I just
I would suggest that you
just can use the thread pool, create a thread pool, and from the Seastar thread to call that thread pool submit interface, and then there's the functions, some functions execute in thread proof.
In Seastar thread.
In traditional thread, POSIX thread.
I didn't quite follow your last question. What do you mean that you? I try to repeat your question.
You just from the Seastar thread to call the thread proof submit interface, and
I got that part.
you have transfer some function, right? Transfer some code to the submit. So I can transfer the store queue transactions, store read, and something like that. Store API in that transferred function, and then that API is executed in the traditional thread.
Yes.
Yeah, I just finished that one. And that function can return some value. For example, int tab or buffer list tab.
My question was regarding to the configure proxy part.
It's not done. I just working on it. I'm still working on it.
Okay. Cool.
So I just tell you the currently I'm working.
Right direction.
Yeah. Right direction. What do you mean right direction?
Yeah. My question was, is current memory store an observer of a configured proxy or not, or you need to make some changes?
I have to, because you have modified the log, right? The log output. So when we build the code, I have to set with Seastar set it on. But in that code, it's just for the Seastar thread. For us, it is mixed Seastar thread and traditional thread. So that log out doesn't work in the traditional thread. I have to find
logging system, right?
Yeah. I have to find a method to or special just how to.
I don't think you need to worry about the logging at this moment. Probably you can just use.
Currently I just comment out, but I think I have to.
Yeah, because
I have to.
In long term we will be using the LTTPG based logging.
Yes, but I have to finish the configure process, right? Register the observer to the Seastar from the thread, traditional thread, right?
But probably you can send the object storage or memory storage related change for review first. We can have a basic idea what it looks at at this moment.
For what? For the running in traditional thread? I didn't change any code in the memory store. I just comment out the log out, the out log, because out log doesn't work. They use the configure they get to configure something. I just comment out that print out a message, and then from the Seastar thread to call the memory store interface to submit it to the traditional thread to call the memory store interface to execute it. I didn't modify the memory store code.
Okay.
Do you want to see the code? I can share.
Yeah, that'll be ideal if you can share your branch.
I can share the screen and then you take a look.
No, I'd like to. Could you push it to GitHub so we can take a look at it?
Okay. Oh, how to stop it? Okay. So that's all from my side.
Jim, how's it going? And you found some issue in the area cache.
After the discussion with you, I will remove the log and the condition
variable, and
variable.
I think we can remove the weak PTR because in Seastar there is no need to weak PTR, and change the boost local shared PTR to Seastar shared PTR.
Okay.
Because LRU, I think LRU, because shared RU, I will change the name to LRU. I think this is only used in a thread, not shared.
Yes.
So I will change the name, and
actually it's shared, but I got your point. It's managed by using the foreign pointer instead of using weak pointer. Is that what I mean?
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's all. I will under some test for this, but I think the test is simple because this is only used in a call. So I think no need to use the Seastar framework to test.
I doubt it because there's a chance that we will need to query the shared cache from different shards. So will the what the responsibility will be laid in? For example, is it the responsibility of a shared cache or the caller to manage the entries?
I think
I thought
from the I think we from the OSD or OSD service API, not direct from the LRU.
So what is the type of the shared entry? Will they be foreign pointer or something else from if the use case is OSD map cache?
OSD map cache update and read. I think if the request from the other call, I think it will submit to read and write from the OSD service call. So
I know. My question was what type of the entries in the LRU cache? We are going to use it for OSD map cache.
Seastar shared PTR.
Okay, I see.
And this change also for object context is also for object context, I think, because object context is used only in a call.
Yes.
So
per PG data structure.
Yeah. So for those two structure, we don't change any.
I agree. Okay.
That's all.
So we just a minimal test case.
Yeah.
For
okay.
it. Thank you. And Redok, how's it going?
I'm now to look. Last week I sent two PRs related to lowering the costs of using buffer list in single-threaded, not shared environment. Let me provide some links.
So I can barely hear you, but I get that you are optimizing the buffer list, right?
Here is in Seastar typical logo. That was first link. Second one is here. let me provide. Okay, got it.
Could you
Yes, provide.
your mic?
And also,
I can. Let me taking a chat.
in the meantime, the second thing on my plate is this shortcut for writes. I'm moving through the code, and it's well, the write path is far more complicated than read, unfortunately. Oh, sorry, let me restart. Let me go to my headset settings.
Yeah, that would be ideal. I can barely hear, but I learned that you are adjusting your headset. Thank you. Let us know when your headset are set. And we'll move to Yingxing. Yingxing?
Okay, so yeah, I think it looks good. And the first part is enable multiple connections, and I just write tests to create multiple connections and let them communicate concurrently, and create their local sessions to store the ping pong states. And the session is not shared. It's just created and managed in their local shard. There is no lock in the sessions, and they just report to the caller that when they are finished. So I think that it can be an example to manage sessions in OSD, I think. Just an example in my test. And another thing I found is that currently I just shard the connections using peer IP.
Oh, IP, okay.
And not included the port or nonce. Because when the socket is accepted, only the IP is usable, because the port can be created randomly. Only after the first banner exchange, the actual port and the nonce can be known from the acceptor. So that's why I currently only use peer IP to shard the connections. But I think it is not good, because if we only shard them by peer IP, and the local connections or the connection from the same addresses will be in the same shard. That's not good, I think. So I think we can move the protocol or move the connection after the first banner exchange. I'm investigating that.
What? Sorry, I didn't catch your last words. So what we should do to after the. Could you repeat your last sentence? What we wanted to overcome the problem of sharding by
IP
right. Address.
Yes, after the first banner exchange, like this
banner.
client.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
The addresses are sent with banners, right?
Yes.
And after the banner
will
exchange,
claim their address using banner.
Yeah, we can move the socket and the maybe some states. There are only some minor states to move, and then we can create the connection on the local shard. But that means we don't create connections when a socket is accepted. We just delay that.
Postpone the
yeah.
Yeah.
and it
Do you have
doesn't.
any idea why Seastar don't listen on multiple port? Because as long as I know that the recent kernel allows us to listen on different code with the same port. But you mentioned that Seastar does not do this, right?
Yeah, I can point you the code, the actual code, but I don't quite understand why it is doing like this.
So cool.
Okay. So this is the multiple connection part I'm working on, and another.
Do you have any benchmark regarding to the multiple connection implementation? Is it improving the performance of throughput in multiple core environment?
Not yet. I'm just think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because when if I test this implementation, I can create multiple connections on multiple shards. That should be the problem to test the performance.
Because you cannot create multiple connection to multiple
shards, so that the connections.
Because you are sharding by P address, it's difficult to simulate multiple address. Is that what I mean? Okay.
Yes. That's why I think I need to implement the peer to shard by peer to shard by peer address, not simply the peer IP. And
but you can bind multiple IP address on the same hosts. Yeah, by configuring multiple IP address on the same physical host. That's a possible way to do the test, I think.
Find multiple IP, but the host should have multiple IPs, right?
Yes.
But
you can always configure static IPs on the same host for testing purpose.
Okay, I'm not quite familiar with that, but I can try.
You can ping me if you need any help regarding to this.
Okay, sure. And is Casey still reviewing my patches?
Oh, no, I will need to contact him offline to understand what's going on, because I guess probably he's just get occupied by GW issues. I will ping him.
Yeah, and another
not responsible recently.
Okay, no problem. Another part is the refactoring. I just got help from you and merged the first part, and I'm working on the second part.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's all.
Redok.
Is my audio better now?
Much better, thank you. Clear and loud.
So let me repeat. I posted links to 2 PRs I made for buffer list. They are targeting the scenario when they are targeting the scenario of single threaded unshared appliances of buffer list. I guess we will have a lot in Seastar world, and that's why I believe they can be useful. Apart from the buffer list thing, I have on my plate the shortcut for write path. I'm reading through the code, and well, it's much more complicated than in case of reads. Still targeting only writes over replicated backend. EC is not the target at the space.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably you can take care of EC later on, and I'll be working on it after we have read path analyzed.
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Yeah, I mean, probably can take care of EC read path later on after we have a better understanding of the read path and write path of the replica case.
I see. Okay. By the way, when it comes to testing, I mean, Memstar, it seems to me that we wouldn't need to make a huge modification to Memstar, even to its locking. In Memstar, I can see two prominent locks. First one is in Memstar get object, but this is RW lock, read write lock. Usually, usually it's quite expensive. But on Intel CPUs with transactional memory extension, TSX, well, glibc, at least on my system, glibc is using TSX to elide the actual atomical operation. So if you have only read and you are not hitting some hard limitations of TSX, basically there is no locking at all. That will be for the for the first lock we have in the Memstar path. I mean the get object thing. Second lock is in buffer list object implementation. It's a spin lock guarding just the buffer list typed data.
Really, I completely understand, and I do agree with you. But current changes TrimMate is working on is to pretend that memory store has an internal locking, which is not ignitable. So, but in real world, memory store is very fast and should not even the blocking pack the path which has blocked on its I/O path can be ignored because it will be fast. So it's not blocking if we want to use a memory store as a backend of Seastar for testing.
I can agree. I think we will be able to start testing even now.
I agree. What we need to do is to resync the I/O path based on your research to rewrite the read path or write path with the Seastar in mind. That's what we need to do. And
yes,
memory store is not the Seastarized memory store is not a blocker.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? I think the next thing I need to do is to continue working on translating the critical read path of a replica based on Redux research on the shortcut path. Any questions, guys?
No from me.
Or is there any blockers?
No.
Okay. 电鹏, how do you go? Okay. So, that's for today. Have a good day and have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
See you next week.
Bye, folks.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.